Hey guys, it's Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am talking about great audition songs for mezzos from really bad musicals. So this happens. Sometimes you have really bad musicals, but you can still salvage, one or two great songs from it. So anyway, I made this list, and let's start off. From Diana the Musical. Now this really was a bad musical. They did film it and put it on Netflix, so if you want to watch it, catch it on Netflix. I think it was maybe the producer's way of trying to still recoup some costs because it closed so quickly on Broadway. And it was a mess. I watched it. It was just the script. I looked at it and I thought, is this a joke? Which is a shame that they made just such a mess of Diana's life, because I really do like Princess Diana, but they just made a mess of her whole life. But the one song I did like is at the end. She sings the song If. And they do it means like if she lived on, the things she would have done, the things she would have accomplished. And that's a nice sentiment. But because she, we all know her life ended so tragically, it's a little just, in the context of the show, it's a little odd that that's the way they choose to end the show. Her saying, I'm going to go on and do all these great things, because it's like, we all know how it ends. So, out of the context of the show, I still think vocally it's a great song, because it has a lot of big belt notes. It's got a great range. So I still think it's a good song to audition with and show off your voice with. So, If, from Diana. Moving on to Dr. Zhivago. Now, this did get nominated for a few awards. I don't think it resonated with the audience and the critics, because it's dark, it's Russia, World War II. I mean, it's a very classic movie. I just don't think the movie translated to a Broadway musical. But, I mean, the movie was Omar Sharif and Julie Christie, so it's a classic. Like I say, I just don't think it translated well. But the main character, Laura, sings this gorgeous song when the music played on. And if you really want to show just a huge range in your voice, I mean, just that beautiful lyrical side to that huge, big chest belt, this is a song. It is a beautiful, beautiful song. So, when the music played on from Dr. Zhivago. And just a side song from that show too, Somewhere My Love. It's definitely more for a soprano, a true lyrical soprano, but if you know a friend, they're looking for a song, or, you can also flip up into that lyrical soprano, might want to check that song out too. All right, so from Wonderland. Now, this show went through so many rewrites, and they could still just never get it right. By the time it got to Broadway, it was still a flop. But Alice sings this song, Once More I Can See. And it's a great song. I mean, it builds. It's got some nice big notes at the end. It can show off a softer side of your voice. So I do like Once More I Can See. But the song I really like from Wonderland is the one the Mad Hatter does. It's called the Mad Hatter. And if you always need, I think you should always keep in your back pocket a really good jazz song. And this is a great, truly jazz song. It's got that Christine Aguilera that she can do so well. I mean, it's those big jazz notes. If you can do that riffing kind of thing, if you just really want to play with a song, a jazz song, this is your song. So check it out, Mad Hatter from Wonderland. Moving on to the show Brooklyn. Now, this was a big flop too, but the character Paradise sings a song called Raven. And if you've got one of those Jennifer Hudson, Take Me to Church kind of voices, this is your song. It's a dark, dramatic ballad, but if you can sing it, it's a good song. All right, moving on to Carrie. Now, Carrie is known as probably one of the worst flops in musical theater history, but it does have a big cult following, so some people really like this show. And so Carrie sings the title song, Carrie, and it's just one of those true blue belt songs. But the song I like from the show, I do like this one song from the show that Margaret White, her mother, sings, When There's No One. And it's this just beautiful ballad. It's a sad, dramatic ballad. It takes some acting ability. So I do like that song, When There's No One. I mean, consider she's such a whack job of a character, but, you know, I do like that song. All right, from King Kong. Now, this one, they spent so many millions on this animatronic King Kong puppet, whatever you want to call it, and the show was just a horrible flop. But the character Anna sings Queen of New York, and I mean, it's a fun, upbeat pop kind of song. So, you know, again, you always need those kind of fun, light, upbeat pop songs, and I wanted to salvage one song from this show because I thought that's just such a waste, you know. I'd had to find something redeemable about that show. Same thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of those they spent so many millions on. I mean, you know, it's one of those movies that should just never have been turned into a musical, but again, they're trying to capitalize on that Marvel Comics thing, and it's like, save that for the movies. Save it for all the special effects in the movies, but that did not translate to the Broadway stage. But the character Mary Jane sings If the World Should End, and it's a very eerie little ballad. So if you want to use that tone, you know, if you need a song that shows off that kind of tone in your voice, that kind of haunting, kind of eerie sound, and sometimes you need that, check out If the World Should End from Spider-Man. Probably no one else will use it, but you know, you might need it. So there you go. There's my list. Great songs from bad musicals. Subscribe to my channel, check out all my other videos, and I'll see you in the next.